You've killed me, brother! Kiss me again, sweet brother. Kinslayer! Come to me, Jonathan. You left me to rot in this... Rest in peace, monster. Assassin! Kill him. Revel in your true nature. What have you done? You left me to rot in this grave. Rest in peace, monster. Abomination! Kiss me again, sweet brother. Come to me, Jonathan. killed me, brother! Kid, what have you done? You left me! Kiss me again, sweet brother. I'll do to you what you did to Dorothy Crane. Assassin! Rest in peace, monster. Give me your blood, priest. Final thoughts are just to die for. You've killed me, brother! Come to me, Jonathan. Kiss me again, sweet brother. Kinslayer! What have you done? Rest in peace, monster. Come to me, Jonathan. Because you spared Sean Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me. What have you done?
Please!
Abomination! Kinslayer! What have you done? You left me! Kiss me again, sweet. I'll do to you what you did to Dorothy Crane. You give me your blood, priest. Final thoughts are just to die for. Come to me, Jonathan. You left me to rest in peace, monster. Come to me, Jonathan. Abomination! What have you done? Kiss me again, sweet brother. Rest in peace, monster. Because you spared Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me! Come to me, Jonathan. Kiss me again, sweet brother. Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature. What have you done? Come to me, Jonathan. I'll do to you what you did to Darth Crane. You left me to rot. Rest in peace, monster. Abomination! Come to me, Jonathan. Assassin! Kiss me again, sweet brother. What have you done? Because you spared Sean Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me! Rest in peace, monster. Come to me, Jonathan. Assassin! Jonathan Killkick. Revel in your true nature. You've killed me, brother! I'll do to you what you did to Dorothy Crane. What have you done? Abomination! You left me to kiss me again, sweet brother. You killed me. Rest in peace, monster. Abomination. Kiss me again, sweet brother. Because you spared Sean Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me! What have you done? Slayer! Come to me, Jonathan. final thoughts are just to die. What have you done? You left me to rot! Abomination! Kiss me again, sweet brother. What have you done? Kiss me again, sweet brother. Rest in peace, monster. Because you spared Sean Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me! Come to me, Jonathan. Kiss me again, sweet brother. What have you done?
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy?
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood. The flower's dying. It needs water.
flesh needs it.
Oh, please spare me, Dark Queen. Spare your obedient slave.
That's great.
But the suffering continues.
Here again.
Jonathan, old chap.
I was conducting research in my room.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street...
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they're contagious.
Tell me more about...
Jeffrey McCallum seems to have sent his ward...
Have they come closer?
No. They mainly focus on 4...
I have received an alarming letter from Lady...
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Is the quarantine serving...
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, it's efficient.
Why have you never entered the lady's house?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is. Nor in what great esteem she must hold you to...
Have you any reliable friends in the West?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you. I am the black sheep of our brotherly...
What of my commission here at...
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always
Thank you.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away! Whoever you are!
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence! I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Watch out! You leech! Stupid beast! Monster!
It's locked. So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But
I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary, she was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have...
There is no need to apologize, my lady.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how...
That is the scientist speaking. In truth...
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever...
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you...
I felt this power.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the...
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in...
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation...
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall...
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course, to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of...
Will they fight the guard?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner.
Why use you to...
Because they know we are close.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical
Why not ask for your help? Since you are...
You have to understand that I am invisible to the
Should I trust...
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful. But I believe their long-term goals
Why meet them then?
because nothing truly important can be achieved.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through...
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about...
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club.
How old is he?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is...
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential...
They are not all immortal.
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are
Any familiar or...
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club...
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must...
Should we fight back? I will not be...
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic.
What is a great...
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen, located in...
Why start a...
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more...
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had...
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I...
The epidemic is the priority.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation.
Will I ever discover the
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England.
Please forgive my bluntness.
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have an...
You have no idea at all?
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiry.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No, I must remain discreet and avoid...
But how will you...
I shall not, Jonathan.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club. It's locked, all right.
Get weapons ready! With Vampyr! You London!
Recognize him?
No, this one ain't on our list.
Well, that's one less anyway. It'll make the Colonel happy.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners. I cannot enter. The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home. Mother, good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you?
I'm right here, Mother.
Yes. For this son of mine was...
Mary?
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much.
Mother?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean, you get lost?
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding...
Have you returned to Whitechapel?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too.
It was just a bad...
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had...
Do you need anything, Mother?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those...
Are you working on...
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on...
I recently met a talented painter.
I'd be glad to meet her. What...
She's not famous, and her name is a...
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be...
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother?
Why should it be? Are you not
But Mary really is...
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still...
But I'm not dead, Mother.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you...
Do you need my...
I'm all right.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, son.
I remember Sunday walks in the park. Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor...
I know, Avery.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with...
How is my...
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her.
The police?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter.
Has she received...
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept...
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it.
What is the situation?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earning.
I'm sorry I could not be here.
Your mother was strong, sir. But
to be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest...
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed...
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long...
This house is dead, Avery.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much...
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No matter...
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office.
I realize now you knew my father better.
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information.
Do you really think I don't...
Yes, I do, Mr. John.
You clearly have something more to say.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic...
I really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would...
I understand, Mr. Jonathan.
Goodbye, Avery.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my God, no. Please.
Wait, no!
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to... What do you think about...
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home.
Yes, I was born a few streets...
A small world, is it not? Did you ever...
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at...
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh...
Is there something that's...
Too much selfishness and individualism for my...
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are
I suppose you're right, but society must...
What are you doing?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the...
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night. Considering...
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right...
Are you a suffragette, then?
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they...
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met...
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals...
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to...
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady.
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her? Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should...
Oh, that would be top-notch.
Tell me about your...
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's man...
How did you meet?
First, I was an orphan in the institution...
Did you know she was a vampire when...
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me...
What exactly have...
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery...
Does it not scare you to know...
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or...
Perhaps it's wise for a mortal never to totally...
That may be true for a naive girl. But I have the best teacher when it comes to getting rid of an insistent...
Your mother is not like any other...
I believe she thinks this...
Do you know why, Lady...
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask.
Do you ever regret that she chose...
Of course not. Though I often wonder...
Do you need my med...
I am fine.
Goodbye, Charlotte.
She's been quite busy these last few nights.
Please, sir.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
It's locked. I cannot enter.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Hear, hear, hear!
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She's a close friend, and I'm honored that she feels the same about me.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on the other hand, Doctor, proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation. Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign Ekons. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcod 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be the...
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the...
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club...
May I ask?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah. Vampire senses.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have...
What can you tell me?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member. And a...
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advanced...
Are you not afraid? You are...
Sir, it's for that very reason that I...
Is not the nature of this club a...
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that...
So you are...
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my...
What can you tell me?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his...
Mr. Dawson. Of Dawson and...
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am...
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive...
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil.
What do you know?
I should not say this, but I admire...
But they are...
They are not mine.
Would you help?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to...
What is the situation like?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that...
What is your...
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results...
Not if we eliminate all...
Are you not mistaking...
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire?
Skulls have been spotted everywhere in London. We are losing this fight.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish, and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with...
You were spying?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put...
Who was Fergal? I don't see him.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He said...
No, I mean, what was he?
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied...
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has...
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give...
So?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority...
And how would you like...
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find,
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire. Good evening, miss. Can I help you?
I am...
Miss, you don't seem well at all.
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them.
What happened to
The rats. The answer hides in their lips.
Miss Billow, please.
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so.
Do you feel compelled to obey them?
Yes.
Tell me about the voice in your head.
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me.
What is the local news?
Shadows. Shadows, hunting shadows.
Tell me about yourself, Miss.
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps?
Don't you remember who you are, miss?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
Infection. Infection. The rats carry it, I heard. Rats. Rats, rats. Many rats around that big house. Funny smell, too. Dead flesh.
And where is this house?
West of the park. Not very far. A big house with no...
Can I help you, Miss
The rats!
I must go now. Good evening, sir. May I...
Come on, Johnny.
Clarence. Clarence Crossley.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the...
When did you escape the war?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of...
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't...
What is this new...
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here, too. They're everywhere.
How is your wife?
We've spent so much time away from each other. And so many things have happened.
But you're alive.
Believe me, it's not quite that simple.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the...
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic.
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever...
Yes?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there?
You need some rest.
Support the equality between men and women.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Step away, sir. I said, you stupid beast! Back, demon! Back!
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage. He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent. Ah!
such a radical mutation? Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution? So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school.
Despicable.
Good evening, sir. Please...
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell.
Well, I must admit, it's good to receive a warm...
Welcome, Dr. Reed.
How is the situation?
Life is good and peaceful.
Are you not concerned?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the...
I'm afraid the newspapers are seriously...
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit?
Is it not a little too...
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating...
But what about the epidemic?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, that...
So you prefer to...
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain
What can you tell me?
I recently found the best steak and kidney.
Finding a good restaurant?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please.
Do you have any
Not since my parents died.
Really? But you seem to be...
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean...
London's lone...
I used that name in my early years when I was...
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic.
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll...
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard.
I may have a...
Women die too in this war.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
You brought this on. Cheating bastard!
Still your...
Still your tongue, wife! Still your tongue, wife! Liar! Coward!
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her. have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Sorry, sir. No admittance. Don't come closer, sir.
There's an open window on the second floor. I should be able to get in through that. It's locked.